3 years in Congress meant nothing on Tuesday night. One of Donald Trump's most vocal Republican critics just got taken down in his own backyard. And the message coming out of Kentucky is sending shockwaves through the Republican Party ahead of 2026. In a stunning and deeply symbolic primary battle, longtime Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie has officially lost his Republican House primary to Trump-backed challenger Ed Gallrein. The race wasn't just about one congressional seat. It became a national test of loyalty inside today's Republican Party. And according to the voters, President Donald Trump still holds enormous power over the GOP base. Massie had been one of the last major Republican holdouts willing to openly challenge Trump during his second term. He criticized military involvement with Iran, pushed for the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files, and broke ranks on major Republican legislation, including Trump's signature tax and spending package. But while Massie tried to position himself as both America first and independent-minded, Trump made it clear that wasn't enough. Over the final weeks of the campaign, the president repeatedly attacked Massie on social media, calling him an obstructionist and a fool. Trump personally traveled to Kentucky earlier this year to campaign for Gallrein, a former Navy SEAL who built his campaign around military service, party loyalty, and unwavering support for the president. And in the end, that strategy worked. Gallrein's victory speech was short and disciplined, but the message was unmistakable. His first major thank you went directly to Trump for what he called leadership and support. That alone tells you how central Trump's endorsement became in this race. Meanwhile, Massie's concession speech felt less like a surrender and more like a warning shot to the Republican establishment. Standing before an energized crowd chanting "No more wars" and "America first," Massie argued that Congress is losing its independence. He warned that lawmakers who simply follow political pressure instead of constitutional principles are turning the legislative branch into what he described as mob rule. That line may end up becoming one of the defining quotes of this entire primary season. Because this race exposed a growing divide inside conservative politics. On one side are Republicans who believe total alignment with Trump is now essential for political survival. On the other are figures like Massie, who argue that conservatism should still allow room for dissent, especially on spending, foreign policy, and executive power.
But Tuesday night showed just how difficult that position has become. The primary became the most expensive House primary race in American history. Millions of dollars poured into Kentucky from national political groups, including pro-Israel organizations that strongly opposed Massie's stance on foreign aid and U.S. support for Israel. Massie denied accusations of anti-Semitism and maintained that his opposition was based on a broader principle against foreign aid in general. Still, the political pressure intensified as outside groups targeted him aggressively in the final stretch of the race. Even some Republicans who previously supported Massie appeared to lose patience with his willingness to challenge Trump-backed legislation. And then there was the symbolism surrounding the campaign itself. Massie recruited allies like Lauren Boebert to show voters they could support both him and Trump at the same time. Boebert even posted photos with both men, saying she supported them equally. But Trump immediately lashed out online, attacking Boebert as well, and suggesting she deserved a primary challenge of her own. That moment revealed something larger than Kentucky politics. Inside today's Republican Party, neutrality may no longer exist. The night also delivered another major Republican shakeup. Trump-backed Congressman Andy Barr won Kentucky's Republican Senate primary to replace retiring Senate leader Mitch McConnell. That race represented a generational shift inside the GOP. McConnell, once the dominant force in Republican politics, now increasingly represents an older version of the party that many MAGA voters believe is out of touch with the movement Trump built. Barr understood that reality. Throughout the campaign, he carefully balanced respect for McConnell's legacy while distancing himself from the traditional Republican establishment. And once again, Trump's endorsement proved decisive. What we are watching right now is not just a series of primary elections. It's a restructuring of Republican power in real time. Lawmakers who